Al Rolls is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Good morning, I'm Professor Code and this is the Forex Super Model daily briefing for Wednesday the 27th of the 1st 2021. The time is 0445 GMT, Asian session coming to a close, European session about to fire up, and our lunchtime here in the UK is the US start of the US North American session. I've started writing it up, so let's go then. So Tuesday the 26th, which was yesterday, the flows were we had a positive driver, opposed driver in the pound at plus 135. So we had front and back door flows going predominantly out of the dollar at minus 96 and out of the yen at minus 94, with the euro being the positive rock at plus 5. That was on activity of plus or minus 140. Intra-week then, this is what the flows so far this week from Monday open, the 25th. What have we got then? We've got the pound as the unopposed positive driver at plus 134. No backdoor flows then, but we've got opposing negative flows coming mainly out of the euro, minus 79, next out of the dollar, minus 43, and next out of the yen at minus 12 as the negative rock. And that was on activity of plus or minus 134. So we just need to look at the intraday flows now, and then we can do some analysis. So intraday, which is what are we on? Wednesday the 27th of the 1st, and that's from the open to about 15 minutes ago. So let's have a look what we've got. We've got yen pound on the negative, and euro dollar on the positive. Plus 22 on the dollar, plus 11 on the euro, minus 8 on the pound, and minus 25 on the yen. That's on activity of plus or minus, what are we looking at? 33. Right, so we've got a negative opposed driver in the yen, a negative rock in the pound, positive mover in the euro, and a positive secondary driver in the dollar. Right, so what's going to knock this about? Well, we've got the Fed today, Wednesday the 27th, later in the UK, early evening time, the Fed rates decision and subsequent minutes and press conference, which is usually quite significant. Now yesterday, you may remember, we were talking about GBP data, and we had what was it? Claimant counts and unemployment, which I said would be distorted effectively by the furlough scheme, but the market took it as a sort of as a run-up signal for the pound, because superficially it looked positive, and also we had the problem that it was a light day today, and therefore the market makers were just having a bit of fun in the market and pushing the pound up. Just and if you remember yesterday, when we had the intraday flows, the pound was the unopposed negative driver at minus 30, which as you know, can either be a floor in the pound, or it can be the start of a ramp down. We thought it was going to be a ramp down, but it was actually a temporary floor in the pound, because the pound gained quite well yesterday. We were short the pound, and obviously didn't get any benefit from that, but we're still in the trades. But the point I'm making is that this negative unopposed driver in the pound yesterday intraday subsequently turned out to be a floor. And what have we got today then? So if we look at the flows, so that was yesterday. The pound was ramped in as it drove the market as an opposed positive driver, but, and this is the important thing, over the week the pound is now the unopposed positive driver for the week. And as we know, unopposed positive drivers mean one of two things. They mean the pound is either at a top, which is what we believe, or it's the start of a further ramp up in the pound. And if you look at the flows so far today in the Asian session, the intraday, you can see that we've got the yen negatively driving, and the pound is the negative rock. So we've got flows out of the pound. So right, so let's make some sense of this. We don't appear to have a cloth, so use the old hand. So what have we got then? We've got this situation where the pound is we still view as a top. We had we thought it was an intraday top yesterday, it was the unopposed negative driver. We thought that was going to be a ramp, but now we've got the real deal. We've got the weekly flows as the pound as the positive unopposed driver. So we think the pound complex is still heading south, and as such we're euro pound short, pound dollar long, and pound yen long. Nothing's changed apart from we've got a little bit of red on the screen, but the analysis is still solid in our view, so we're keeping hold of these trades, and we view there's a fair bit of downside in the pound to come. So that's our situation there. So we expect the pound complex to drop. We're running into the Fed. Next week's the NFP. So we've got dollar, euro and yen. now the euro is starting to come up. It was the negative secondary driver yesterday, but where are we? Let's just have a quick look. Yes, what's been happening with the euro complex? Well, the euro was the unopposed negative driver on Monday, as the whole flows were, at minus 94, and it's now operating at minus 79. So the euro is starting to come up, but it's being quite resistant. So we expect the euro to be on the up. Now that leaves us the yen and the dollar. The dollar is obviously going to be very sensitive to the Fed, so we've got and equities are going to be very sensitive to the Fed. So you've got flows out of the pound into the euro, and then you've really got to look at what's happening with the dollar. And the dollar is starting to gain, is starting to strengthen. And if you look, the dollar has been weak. It was weak yesterday. Over the week, the dollar's starting to strengthen a little bit, where it's a negative mover. So we reckon the dollar is now going to be neutral to strong, and the yen is going to be neutral to soft. So that leaves where we are really. We're going to hang on to these short pound trade, complex trades, and if you're trading any other pairs, that's what we believe will happen to the flows. You're likely to get flows out of the pound into the euro complex, and neutral to up or stronger in the dollar, and neutral to down in the yen. I hope that was useful. See you tomorrow. Thank you very much.